Hello, this is Daniel Plays. My name is Daniel and welcome to yet another Minecraft video in which we're going to be taking a look at some of the best low-end shaders for Minecraft 1.17 and up. Before we get into it though, real talk, we just made it to 50,000 subscribers and that is a huge milestone. I want to thank you guys for making the channel reach 50,000 subscribers. 50,000, think about that. It was last year, maybe a little over a year ago, that I reached 10,000 subscribers. So we've gained about 40,000 subscribers, well, in a little over a year, but that's still really insane. So thank you for making the channel reach this huge milestone. I'm not even going to bother you with all the usual stuff that I throw at you guys, like, you know, thumbs up and stuff like that. You know what, let's just get into the video. Let's just take a look at some really good shaders for Minecraft 1.17 and up. So with these shader packs, I'm going to show you the key features of this shader pack because they're low end, so they usually won't have that many features, but the ones they do have, I really want to point out. And if there's anything else noteworthy about the pack, I'll definitely mention that as well. This first pack is called T shaders, and if you've watched my videos before, you may have heard of this one. This shader pack just gives great FPS, as did the previous versions of this pack, but this one just once again works really well for Minecraft 1.17.1. Definitely give this one a try. It has waving foliage. It has actually, it looks like the water is kind of default, but first of all, it has a custom color. And if you actually take a proper look at the water, you can see that it's kind of wavy. So that's really cool. Makes the environment kind of windy. And yeah, that definitely does add to the realism. So there's no real shadows with this shader pack, but what do you expect from a low-end shader pack? Although there are low-end shader packs that do have shadows, but of course they will take a bigger performance hit because that's just kind of how it works. If your computer has to show you the shadows, it will have to take some FPS away. The next shader pack is called Builder's QOL. This video is not going to include any big names like Chocopic and Silder's Vibrant, so prepare to actually hear about some packs that you may or may not have ever even heard about. Builder's QOL is one of those packs that I may have actually mentioned before. I'm actually sure I've mentioned this one before, but it just works really well on low-end systems, on Intel even, so that is probably one of the GPUs you may have if you're watching this video. You may very well be running integrated graphics, which is totally fine, but they're not known for actually running shaders very well. So definitely try some of these shader packs if you are running Intel. This one actually comes with a ton of features. It has custom water, it has blur effects. I already actually played around with the settings a little bit because the default settings with the shader pack don't look that good in my opinion. So if you are using this shader pack or any other one and you want to customize it and make it run even better sometimes, you can go into the game menu, options, video settings, shaders, and then select the shader you want to use, click shader options, and then over here under blur, I actually reduced the water blur and the underwater blur because I thought they were too strong by default. Now this next shader pack, you're probably gonna think, what is this? Daniel, what are you showing us? Why are you showing us this texture pack? I mean shader pack. I almost want to call it a texture pack because it doesn't really do much besides actually adding depth of field in Minecraft. This shader pack is literally called the depth of field shader pack, and that's all it does. I've included it as a bonus pack in one of my previous videos, but I actually wanted to, you know, include this in one of my videos as an actual viable alternative to shaders because this one is very lightweight. All it does is add depth of field, which, don't get me wrong, it will still cost you some FPS, but it will cost you much less FPS than if you were to run actual shaders with sunlight and shadows and waving leaves and waving grass all at the same time instead. So that's why I wanted to show you this pack. I think the depth of field is a little strong by default. I believe this is the default setting. Not even sure because I thought I already changed it. No, it's the default setting. So if you increase the range a little bit, it will get a little more subtle. So as you can see, maybe you can't even tell anymore. As you can see, if I look at this tree right here, you can see that in the distance it's still a little bit blurred, but not totally. So this shader pack is really cool if you actually want to get some new feature in Minecraft and you don't really care about what feature that is. Depth of field is just really cool. It's one of those features that actually make games look high-end and stuff like that. Now I know Minecraft isn't particularly AAA, but it's cool, and it's cool to be able to have this effect without it actually costing a lot of FPS. So this last shader pack is called Saurus shaders, and it looks really good, and obviously you can tell this is not truly a low-end shader pack, but it's on the edge of like low end to mid end, and I just wanted to show you this shader pack because I feel like it's a shame I haven't told you about this pack before. It's been around for quite a while, and somehow I kind of missed it, and I felt like I should show you this pack because if you are able to run the other packs quite well, you may be able to run this pack. And what you got to do is actually install it, go over to options, video settings, and shaders, and then once you select it right there, you go to shaders options and you set it to light. And then once you have it set to the lowest settings possible, you may perhaps be able to run this. But once again, I do not actually think this pack will run very well on a low-end system. I just wanted to show you this pack and give you one more alternative, a pack that I haven't mentioned before in any of my videos on this channel, and believe me, I've done a ton of videos on shaders, so I know when I've actually missed something. So you can actually set this one to light and see if it runs. So once again, this is not the best pack to go with if you have Intel integrated, but if you have a somewhat decent system that is still considered low end but has a decent GPU, then go ahead, give Saurus shaders a try because they look phenomenal. So that's been it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up. And you can hit that big red subscribe button too with the bell notification right next to it, because I mean, you already clicked subscribe, so you might as well just click that bell as well. And then from now on, you will actually be notified every time I upload one of these videos. And last but not least, as always, I will of course catch you in the next one. See ya!